All right, guys, welcome to Yall Cheesin, first installment, the cheesiest content in America. Today, we have our special guest, Jerry Brongo, with me, Cole Ricky, and Ian Femchek, co-host. Ian, would you like to say anything before we start things off?
I mean, it's just the first episode. There's gonna be many more to come, and we just love cheese. That's all it really is.
Yeah, we're big
And
cheese people here.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
it's just a
And
delicacy.
yeah, Ian and me, we're not really athletes per se. We're not really of the athletic gesture. We're just cheese admirers. But we got star wide receiver here, Jerry Brongo for the East Rochester Gananda Bombers, caught the game-winning pass. Before we get into the cheese, how do you feel about catching that pass?
How do I feel about what?
Catching that pass in the game against Calmon.
That was crazy. It was
All
actually
right.
like insane.
Now,
Wow.
now, how do you feel cheese influenced that catch? 'Cause
Well,
like,
I'm gonna be honest with you, I actually had a cheese stick before the game started.
oh, okay,
So
there we go.
I was already cheesing before the game started.
Y'all already cheesing?
Mm-hmm.
So before that game, me and Ian couldn't catch that game, to be honest, because me and Ian were off in Guatemala searching for the finest cheeses.
Right.
Just a
Yeah.
normal cheese venture we usually take. And we were eating the finest cheeses in Guatemala, ones that grow off of trees, actually, in the
Wow.
water. And me and Ian came to the realization that, yeah, these cheeses are extravagant, per se, or should I even say, good.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But dare I say that American cheese was better than any Guatemalan cheese I had. And I just think you can never go wrong with American cheese. It is patriotic. It resembles USA in every way.
Yeah, but
And it goes well on every sandwich.
See,
So what do you guys think?
that's where I have to disagree with you.
yeah,
See,
yeah.
to me, I think that cottage cheese has to be
Jesus Christ.
number one, because
Are you
you know,
kidding me?
you could just eat it with a spoon. You could
Are
eat
you
it with
kidding me?
chopsticks. You could eat it with a fork. You can eat it with
You
your
tell me
hands if you want.
Tell me you can't eat American cheese with chopsticks. Who wants to eat American cheese with chopsticks?
All right,
This is
see,
America.
that's the thing.
This is America.
All right, but this is also 2019, and cultural
Exactly.
appropriation. Cultural appropriation. You can't eat American cheese with Chinese chopsticks.
No, you can't.
What is wrong with you? See, that is
God.
my take on that subject.
That is ridiculous.
May I add that we have immigrants coming up from South America, and the fact that you were in Guatemala, you would think that a Guatemalan cheese in America wouldn't be so bad compared to American cheese, which is why I'm so confused on why you think American is the best, though we have all these different cultures
That
You
is
see,
that
cheese
is
in
true.
America.
I
is
do
true.
like the Guatemalan cheese. I'm not saying that I don't like it. I had to snipe the Guatemalan turkey to harvest the cheese from its liver. You're telling me
Okay.
I really had to put the hard work in. Ian saw me weave it with my own hands, and that was dare I say one of the best cheeses I've ever had. But I mean, if you guys want to say cottage cheese, I mean, Jared, do you think cottage cheese is the best cheese too, or
No, in my opinion, I actually think mozzarella cheese is the superior
give me a
cheese.
break, mozzarella?
That's an
Mozzarella, bro.
abomination. See,
That's
listen. Mozzarella cheese is it's just too average, Doesn't
it's
really
just it's
doesn't
too
really taste.
basic.
Yeah, it's like it's just lame,
See,
Thank
but
God- thank
name
God, y'all.
name a cheese that you can like melt like mozzarella cheese.
American cheese, baby. American cheese can do it all.
Nah, you can't do that with American cheese.
That
I
is,
don't know. That is true. I gotta give you a point there.
but who eats mozzarella cheese when it's not melted? That's the thing. It's only good when it's melted.
Not necessarily, because isn't mozzarella cheese a cheese stick?
Oh,
Hold up 1 minute. You trying to tell me that mozzarella cheese is a cheese stick?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
nobody likes eating mozzarella cheese alone, really.
yeah. It's
People
more.
eat cottage cheese alone. People eat American mozzarella cheese on crackers. bleh.
That is
But
true.
I can get behind cottage cheese on crackers. Not gonna lie, I can get behind that.
That is true. But I think we should switch on gears over to the health advantages of a absurd amount of cheese in your diet.
I
Okay.
agree.
See, I
I'd
say
love to hear
absurd,
this.
but it's not really absurd. It's more precautionary, and
Okay.
it's kind of like it's just like an antibiotic. It just really
Really helps
prevents.
your body.
Yeah, it's just can't really go wrong with any cheese in general.
Exactly.
They
Yeah. In my early years, I'd love to hit that topic with you. I'd love to you really gave me a pitch. I'd like to hit this one out of the park if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's just go ahead, take it away.
So, back in my early days, I interviewed Kimbo Slice, and he said his main diet, his like protein source, he would snort Parmesan cheese 3 out of his 10 meals he had per day.
See, this is where I have to come in there. See, me and Kimbo Slice have a long history, and I don't think he did it right. I don't think he used the wrong cheese because I dropped him. It was not even close. I just dropped him. His daughter had to watch it. It was awful.
Kimberly,
Yeah, his daughter had to watch the whole thing. It wasn't classy on my part, but
you
God
karate chopped him?
yeah, just straight karate chop to the throat, knocked him down.
That is your signature move,
Yep.
not gonna lie.
Yep,
Mhm.
I did I just stomped on his face a couple of times. His brain exploded, and I found
Wow.
no trace of cheese. So
No
I'm gonna
trace
have no. I'm gonna have to say that is why he got completely throttled in the first place.
Easily.
Probably would have been a better fight if he had some cheese in his system.
Wow.
That's just my take on the situation. But it was right after some walking on a Longhorn Steakhouse. I didn't go there for the steak. I just came for the cheese sauce, and
Uh-huh.
clearly he didn't because I dropped him. So yeah,
Ooh.
that's just what happened. But
And Jerry, Brongo, do you have
Yeah.
anything you want to add?
No, I mean it makes sense, especially with the head exploding part. I bet his head wouldn't have exploded if he just had cheese in his system.
yeah, it was ugly.
Yeah, I heard if you have, like, so I started this cheese diet probably around 2 weeks ago, and I was a steady 130, 254, and then I hopped on this diet, and I turned 6'6", 240.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Really all muscle just in 2 weeks, and it makes sense because now whenever somebody says cheese around me or I get the scent of cheese around me, my hands start to shake, and like it was bad. Once I went 2 hours without having 20 grams of cheese in my body, and I started shaking up. I started going black. I was going crazy. I just needed some mozzarella, American sharp cheddar, something, something to put in my body. Like hell, even blue cheese I could deal with. I just needed something.
Yeah. See,
That makes sense.
I feel on that because it's similar with me. Like if I don't have cheese in my system for a while, and then I hear someone's talk about it or I smell it, I get all green. I get huge and jacked. I'd grow like 2 feet. I get giant. I get super strong. And I'm all.
I've never heard something like that.
I know, and
That's crazy.
I'm just like big and green, and it's just crazy, and it's honestly
It's horrifying.
it is.
It's horrifying. Jeez.
Terrible.
It is
Wow.
quite the experience.
What is the most extravagant international type of cheese you've had, Ian?
See, now I've traveled all over the world, looking
Yep.
for the finest cheeses,
Of course.
and honestly, I would have to come to the conclusion that, well, probably goat cheese is the most extravagant.
Oh, God, Ian, it's
Not
no
a-
not November. Don't reference that.
Yeah, I
Jesus.
know, I know. It was a bit of a stretch, but see, goat cheese is just self-explanatory. It's the goat cheese. It's just
The greatest of all time.
It
It
is.
has
it's
goat
just,
in the name.
Yeah, it's just it
Yeah.
doesn't. You can't. It's just undeniable. It's unarguable.
Jerry, I've heard you've been to some extravagant cities back in your day when you played for IMG Academy. So I'm just wondering, what type of extravagant cheeses have you tried back there?
You
Maybe
know,
when you went to Saudi Arabia or Zimbabwe, just some places like that.
when I was in Zimbabwe, that was the most unique experience I've ever been a part of, because the culture is just so different there, and they have a different take on cheeses than Americans will ever know.
Oh,
And
do tell more.
so they put their culture relies on cheese, whereas us Americans have been lacking in the cheese, which is why I personally started getting on the cheese diet so that I can have my daily cheeses just like the Zimbabwe people.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I have to say the best cheese, the most extravagant of them all, has to be some good old Gorgonzola.
Oh, Gorgonzola
That is-
cheese. Don't get me started.
That is
Mhm.
that is pretty. That is some good cheese. I do have to say.
Pardon my French, but bend me over and spank me on my bootay because I do love me some Gorgonzola.
Couldn't
Damn
have said it better
straight.
myself, Cole. Could not have said it better myself. I must say. And
All right. It's okay if I jump to another topic, or
no, yeah. We have
Go for it.
We actually have one viewer right now. I'd like to give a little shout out to the guy who's watching this. Thank you.
wow, we
Pleasure.
really have one viewer.
Yeah, it's pretty
Beautiful to see.
astonishing. Yeah,
$20, but when we upload it and we tell everybody about it, we'll probably get to maybe 2.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Oh, yeah. That's achievable.
Achievable. Yep. All right. Now I'm just gonna go right in with the Mr. Bates topic. You see,
Yeah.
we have this science teacher. His name is Mr. Bates, and he's not all for the cheese talk. I try to talk to him about cheese just because, fellow scienticians. I thought maybe. Sorry, my mic broke up. Ian, can you finish it for me?
Yeah. So basically, this podcast's whole existence actually came to be due to Mr. Bates' biology class, where we first laid our eyes on worm cheese, which was displayed in a plastic tea tree dish with some worms on it, and it was just beautiful.
It was just beautiful.
Best sight ever. The scent was it was unreal, unexplainable.
It was great. Mr. Bates tried telling us it was a potato, but we knew he was covering it up.
Yeah, we knew he was covered up. He didn't want his special cheese to be released into the public. See,
I've only seen that stuff on the black market.
Yeah, I don't know how he got it, but Mr. Bates isn't really the cheese kind of guy. See, we told him about the podcast, and he said that we were the weirdest kids he's ever seen.
He did say that.
And we took that, we used it as motivation. Yes.
Yep.
Used as motivation. And that's what's...
Because we like to crush our enemies, and next time I see Mr. Bate, I'm going to shove this podcast in his face, and I'm going to kill him.
Okay, well, that is...
Kill him with kindness.
Yeah, that is, I feel the same, Cole. Couldn't have said it better. But,
Great.
yeah, so, one day, me and Cole, we're gonna find that worm cheese. We're gonna reproduce the cheese. We're gonna sell it in markets all across the galaxy. No, not the planet, not Earth, not New York or Detroit. The galaxy. See, that is why we will be Quadrillionaires.
I'm telling you, right when I see that cheese, I'm gonna make sweet, sweet love to that cheese.
Me too. It's astonishing. Honestly, you can't put it to words.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But
But
it's hard to find. Is the part.
and then, we thought Mr. Bates was done with this. Like he was teasing us, kind of. He was playing with our heart, maybe with this cheese. And see, we thought he was over with it. We thought the war was over. Today he pulled some crazy stuff on us. You see, he gave us cheesecloth.
Oh, the cheesecloth. Oh, my.
He said that no, it's not real cheese. That's just what they call it. But me and
We knew
cheese
something was up.
detectives, we knew something was up.
Yeah.
So we did further research, and that was actually made out of mozzarella cheese. Maybe it's like a blend of 4 cheeses: sharp cheddar,
Yeah. So what we did was
cream cheese.
yeah. So what we did was we took the cheesecloth and we used some of the resources in the room to
Bathe it in strawberries.
we bathed it in strawberries. Then we put it in a microscope, got down to the microscopic chemical composition of the cheese.
Grab the scalpel.
Yeah, we changed tweaked some things around. Then we had our trusted cheese taster, Daniel Morales. Yes, Daniel Morales. We had him eat the cheese. He eats everything. He knows. He'll eat anything.
He's great. He went to Guatemala with us.
He actually, yes, he did. He speaks their native tongue.
Tracker.
Yeah,
he does, and he was a cheese tracker. He can find a special cheese turkey, and he can track him down for miles.
Yeah,
I got the good shot. Ian, he's there for moral support.
Yeah, I just encourage everybody. Daniel, on the other hand,
Daniel's a tracker and the person who speaks a native tongue.
yes, he does. He's quite the bilingual fellow. He can't really speak English. He kind of just growls, but his Guatemalan's pretty subpar, or up to par.
You know those Ewoks from
Star Wars, I believe it is. Yeah, Star Wars.
He looks
Who
like
doesn't?
One, and he looks like an Ewok or a Goomba. It's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Gary, I think his brother plays for the team. Actually, his brother kind of looks like a Ewok or a Goomba.
Yeah, but I don't know if Alex quite has the
audacity.
cheese, yeah, and the cheese tasting like genes that Daniel has, because this guy is just
genetically modified in a lab. It's crazy.
He was
made for cheese.
They actually melted up the finest cheese in all of the land, and actually injected it into his brain with a needle. Actually,
that is incredible.
It's actually quite horrific, but he actually in that part of his life, he actually caused him to not be able to speak proper English.
That's why he's not on this podcast with us.
Yes, he also can't.
He can only speak Guatemalan.
Yeah, he also can't read, so we basically just like show him like pictures of like cheese and turkeys in Guatemala, and he just gets right on it. He knows exactly what to do. So
he also can't see. He has to feel the pictures.
Yeah, and he also has to taste it. He just like walks around, licking the floor, eating the cheese, biting on some leaves, and he just knows.
He's like a little guard dog. He just crawls around and smells. And
yeah, he's also very hostile. He will attack.
He will attack.
Wow.
And if he attacks, you're done for. It's just not you're over.
He's like Rambo.
Yeah, he is kind of like Rambo. He's kind of like Rambo mixed with a Ewok, but it's a good.
I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to keep this podcast child friendly, and describing Daniel like that, it's just, I feel like it's not child friendly, but this might be a little less. It's gonna be time for the That's Cheesy moment of the week.
Oh,
And
yes, this is
today
one
we're gonna
spicy
say
one.
the cheesiest moment of the week, maybe the part that really grinds my gears the most. And I'm not an athlete per se. Me and Ian are both not of the athletic stature, we would say.
Yes, but see, Cole, so I heard that at the baseball game, some girl was flashing her honkers at the game. Come on.
No.
Come on.
That just ruins the American sport for me. The American dream is bottled up in baseball, and it is ridiculous when you got the girls flashers. They're just showing off their rack. You know, they think they're pretty. They're trying to promote themselves in that way.
It
Like
is
they,
just,
you can't distract the love or people's love of the game.
You can't do that.
Like,
yeah. See, you can go. Go ahead. I gotta.
Like, they don't understand. Like, I don't think they would want dudes to flash their wieners if they were playing a softball game.
That is true.
That is a fact. That makes my cheese crumble so hard. And I hate crumbly cheese, but my cheese just crumbles when that happens.
Yes.
And I just want to right after I saw that, I had to take a deep dive swim and bathe myself in mac and cheese just because, you know, I just hate, you know, seeing that. And it's just so difficult for me.
Yeah, I feel you on that one, Cole. And you know, it's just one of my great teachers in life. Not necessarily teacher, more of a master shifu, some might say.
Okay.
He was actually an old principal named Dr. Levy. He said, if you don't have anything nice to honk, don't honk it out.
Don't honk at all.
And see, that doesn't really relate to the topic. See, that doesn't really relate to the topic, but she did flash her honkers. So,
and you know, for a sport where you sit there and wait for a dude to hit a baseball, I mean, all you want to do is wait and see if he strikes out or not. You don't want to see the honkers.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah, we just wait through 9 innings. It's like a 3-hour sport, you know, just sitting there watching a ball get tossed, somebody just swinging a wooden bat in them.
Right.
And it's, you know, it's such an innovating sport that I just love, and you know, it's not boring at all. So when I see a girl trying to make fun out of this sport, it just really tickles my nutsack.
Yes, I do have to agree with you there. It's just, it's really not the experience you're looking for.
Definitely not.
When you're going,
You know,
you know, especially when you're, you know, sitting there next to your niece and nephew, watching the old ball game, got some Kobe Jack cheddar cheese and maybe even worm cheese in your hand, trying to enjoy the game and the cheese, and some girl just ruins it. You know, it's just awful.
You know, Dr. Levy, I know he was your master sensei, dare I say, but he was a great guy before he got fired for being sexist. He was a great principal before he got fired for being sexist. And, you know, I just hope he's out here, maybe listening to this. Just, you know, we have a pile of cheese for you when you come home.
Yeah.
Just lay off being mean to the girl teachers, and we'll definitely give you some cheese. You know?
Yeah, you know.
Maybe I'll give you a golden bee buck.
Yeah, and honestly, back when I was in about, you know, 3rd grade, he read this very inspiring book that probably changed the course of my life. Probably completely changed me as a human. It was called, I can't quite remember the name, but it was about these maybe 4 or 5 mice running.
I'll do my research on this. My research. Finding out the book title.
Yeah, so you know they're just living out their life, going through a maze, hoping they find this wonderful cheese vault with all the finest cheeses in the world.
Oh, it was so
And
extravagant.
it really just shows the ups and downs in life of wandering through the maze, trying to find the cheese. And
it's the stinky cheese vacation.
Oh, I don't think that's it, but it does sound like a good book. But don't quite think that's the book we're looking here. But see, this book was just, they finally find the cheese. Like 3 of the mice are like dead, It's a very sad book.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, I might have just added that into my brain, but
who moved my cheese?
Hey, who moved my cheese? That's what it is. A 10 out of 10 recommend. It's a very puts you on an emotional roller coaster, if I do say so myself.
A purple mouse named Ham, a green mouse.
Yes.
I mean, not a green mouse, an orange mouse named Haw. There's a red mouse named Scurry and a blue mouse called Sniff.
Yep, and they all make it, except I thought 3 died, but guess not. So they all make it, and they enjoy the cheese in the vault. They're all separating it, and it's just wonderful. It's just it honestly brings a tear to my eye to just to think about it.
Wow,
honestly.
Dr. Levy,
What a
beautiful old soul.
Yeah, if you happen to be watching this, I do love and appreciate you. Especially you taught me on the in the dojo, with the karate moves.
With the yoga ball.
Yeah, it was nice with the the nunchucks. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have dropped Kimbo Slice. So, just very important. And I thank you for that.
Yeah. I think this is a great first episode we have right here.
This is quality.
Definitely is.
This is quality. I don't know if it'd be as good with Jerry, our cheese enthusiast, that he told me he was. He says cheese really tickles his pickle. And
oh God. Okay. Well, see, that's it could happen.
Yep. I'm not that type of guy, but Jerry.
Yeah.
He's of the different breed, I will say.
Yeah.
He is a student athlete. It's my lifelong dream to be a student athlete, but I tried out for the javelin throw in 3rd grade.
Me too. See,
the cheese javelin throw in Flag Day. And
yeah. See, I remember Flag Day, dude. I used to actually partake in the egg cradling event. I was top of the line. Yeah, I was outstanding. Probably would have gone to the NGA or whatever it's called. I probably would have taken it all the way, honestly. I was outstanding till one awful traumatic experience. Actually, I was strategically galloping with the spoon and egg, and the whole second half of my body just combusted, and from the waist down, like it just blew up, exploded blood everywhere. Everybody was crying. It was crazy. And you know what? I still struggle with it today, because you know what? I got 2nd place after I did a one-handed hopping handstand to get to the finish line with the actual egg uncracked and the spoon. So honestly, it was a crazy experience.
No, what happened to me was I used to be bullied as a young kid, and I was signed up for the javelin throw, and they all said, "Cole, you couldn't be a student athlete. You can't throw this javelin." I was like, "No, what? I can." Well, I didn't know my lifelong bully. His name is Joe Hans.
Oh, Joe.
A big bully. And we actually call him Sloppy Joe now, but
oh, Sloppy Joe, good boy.
And so I didn't know he injected balloons inside my body.
Yeah, I know this story.
Before I was doing the javelin throw, so he told me to sit on the inflator, and I did. And he was inflating my body. I didn't even know it. I was floating in the air before you even know it. I swear, I just looked like a floating balloon, and he was holding me. He tied me to a string, and I was like, I was about to win too. I trained probably for 6 years for this event, and I just turned to a balloon, and then they popped me. It was horrific. I actually died, and then I was brought back to life.
You know, it was a very, crazy day, right before the our big events. There was a guy on the roof with the rocket launcher P90 heavy minigun sniper. He was doming me. He was just destroying me, and I just, trying to dodge it. I was blocking the bullets. I was dodging it, but then that's when the airplane just landed on me, just flew right out of the air, just straight direct hit. Airplane just knocked my feet out right from under me, but it didn't phase me. It just got right back up and did the egg galloping event.
Yeah. Wow, that is beautiful, and I think this may conclude our episode of the podcast. Unless Ian, you have anything to say?
No, I think that's a good time to stop. We're at 30 minutes. We've actually had one viewer this whole time, and I would like to thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah, I have 2 closing remarks. First of all, I'd love to thank Jerry, and Jerry, you can say something.
Oh, thank you. And I just wanted to say that for all of you that are watching, if you ever get down in life, I just want you to know that
cheese will always be with you.
Exactly. The secret ingredient is always cheese.
That is very true.
To life.
Don't ever forget
to the
that.
Pizza.
Yes.
Exactly.
I never knew pizza was a. I didn't.
All right. And
on that note.
Yeah. And on that note, we shall conclude.
Wait. We gotta talk about our giveaway.
Oh yeah. So
we're doing a cheese giveaway. We're giving away some goat cheese ravioli.
Yeah, but we also
cheese water.
Yeah, cheese water. That is a big one. Cheese smoothies. Cheese.
I love
ice
me
cream.
some cheese water.
Yes,
cheese
we got
shoes,
everything.
cheesies.
Yeah. Oh, the cheesy 350 boosts. We got those. We are gonna be giving those away.
Cheese pencils. We got cheese Fortnite. We got.
Well,
basically anything cheese you can think of.
Yes,
they got it.
We got it, and we will give it away. And
if we get more than 1 viewer, we will give away cheese Fortnite.
Yes. So thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you cheesing next time.